Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Hdris here, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to model your characters in Blender. Now, I see a lot of people are having issues with modeling their characters. Now, this is very understandable. Usually this is only because they don't have enough experience or don't really know why their characters are messing up. So today I'm going to show you guys why. So when you load up Blender, all you got to do, just click out of it. Highlight these three things, you can just delete them. And then from here, you're going to append your character. Now, if you don't really know what I'm doing right now, then I suggest you watch my previous tutorials, because there I actually teach you like what I'm doing. If this is your first time in Blender, I definitely suggest you watch my other tutorials first. It'll be in the card in the top right. But once you actually know what to do and you want to start to model your character, this is what you got to do. So once you have your model here, you're just going to want to go to this little circle right here, and that's going to bring your model up. Now, after that, you're going to want to click on this bone. It'll be black. Make sure it's orange. Top left, go to pose mode. Now you see the bones will turn white, and you can press the rotate tool and rotate them around. Now, usually for beginners, you'll see that they kind of just move the arms like this. And then maybe put some text or like a sign there, and they'll call it a day. And usually the renders will be like out here. So for thumbnails, usually it's going to be like knees up, and that's pretty rare. So usually it's going to be like thighs up. And then what you're going to want to do is you can actually bend your character back a bit like that, and then have that come back like that. And then it just gives it a bit of more depth, like this. Don't give them bad posture though, that's exactly what I just did. And then, you know, their neck can have some posture, sort of like that. And just try and make it look as natural as possible. When people say that your thing looks stiff, stiff just sort of means that it's very unnatural looking. There's not enough like bending, and it looks very unnatural. So make sure to just be bending. And then with the arms, you can keep them out and just literally imagine the pose that your character is going to do, and do it yourself and see how your arm would actually bend, and then sort of model it after that. So then if you want to append, let's say, a shotgun, we can go back and so once you have your gun, put it in a predetermined position, and then sort of base everything around that, because it's going to be very difficult to move once you have your gun in place and you've already like moved your hands there. So try and avoid any corrections with the actual place of the gun. Okay, so then we go back into pose mode, rotate tool. You're almost never going to use the move tool when you're working on the body, so I would suggest not using that. But for now, we're just gonna get this arm. I'm going through this very quickly. You're going to want to take a lot more time than what I'm doing, but I'm just sort of showing you guys how to do it. Again, it's going to be difficult to make it look as natural as possible, but that is the end goal, and it's mainly just the concept of the actual position that is going to take you probably the most time to come up with. Again, you always want to be original, never want to copy anyone else. See, I'm looking at it now, and it's not really looking that natural. So we're going to try and edit it again. Yeah, that definitely looks a lot more natural. So you always got to take a second look before you actually commit to anything, which is kind of what I was doing here. It's a good thing I caught it. That looks better. If you want to see what it looks like with all the lines, just press the I button, you'll see. There we go, that's better. Now we just want to edit the face. Usually the faces look pretty aggressive, and to make the faces look aggressive, it would just kind of be how you do that in real life. So, you know, eyebrows pointed inwards, eyes squinted a bit, mouth not looking too good, and then eyebrows, just, you know, bend them in. You can even actually raise them a bit, like, actually you would lower them, kind of like that. Even lower the eyelids just a bit, squint a bit. It's a cheekbone, we're not gonna mess with those. And it's pretty simple, I would say. You can make it look more aggressive than that. Usually you'd want the faces to be pretty over exaggerated. That eyebrow's looking a bit too far. We're gonna put that back. So we really want to like tell everyone that we are angry. So definitely make the eyes and the face more scrunched. There we go. And then what we can do is add camera. Camera will be here. We want to just enlarge that like that. A small field of view is sort of what we want. So we're going to try and replicate that effect here. See what this looks like. We're going to move it in closer. More up then. Just a lot of playing around with it until you get it right. And what we're actually going to do is a little trick that I like to do is actually rotate the camera like that. Seems about good. So let's see here, if we just look at it like, this is about what it's going to look like. I'd say it's pretty good. Maybe just zoom it out a bit more. Not like that though. Down. And then the elbow looks kind of messed up, and I'm too lazy to fix it, so we're gonna make sure it's not in the frame. Like that. We can keep going. That should be fun. I want to make the face more aggressive though. And get this elbow barely in the frame. Yeah. So now let's get the head to stare at the camera. So we can actually go into the camera, get the neck, and make it look at us. That's not really at us. Nah, there's that. Yeah, I just gotta play around with it. Yeah, that's a bug. Oh, not what I wanted to do there. So the reason that they're mad in this one is mainly just to catch people's eye. Usually you see that in the thumbnails, the characters are usually happy, but here we're gonna make it so, you know, they're a bit more angry. And so now what we can do is drag this up, go to shader editor, go to world, and here just go add and search environment texture, color to color at like this. It's kind of like wires and electrical. And then go to your HDRIs. HDRIs are basically a lighting system that you'll be able to use. When you press this, it'll show you the effects of the HDRI. So after you do that, go to cycles and crank this up if you have a good computer. You can put it a higher number. I'd say a good number is about 900. I have mid specs, so do that. And then you want to go to film, transparent, and then we can up the strength of the HDRI. It's basically just, yeah, like a lighting system. I will leave a description for a pack where you can find this HDRI. And this is about what our render will look like. It's really noisy here just because it's not rendering it fully, but when it does, it'll look a lot better. I'm thinking maybe we could put that up to 3. And I want to get rid of this dark area around her face, so we can go back here and then go to add cube, make this cube large, and then what we're gonna do, actually we're gonna make it smaller. We don't need it to be that big. So rotate it like that, and then we're gonna put it right in front of her face. Then we're gonna go to object down here, new, delete that, go to add, search up emission, do the wires task, emission to surface, crank that up a bit, go to this orange thing, go to visibility, check off camera, press this, go to camera. That's fine. Okay, and we're done. So now we can go to render image, and just let it render. I'll be back when it's finished. Okay, so once it's finished rendering, go to image, then go to save as, and save it as whatever you want. And then you can put it into Photoshop and do whatever you want with it, but this is how to pose. If you guys have any questions about posing, join the Discord. I am active and I will make sure to answer any questions that you have. But anyways, this has been the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.